It's 4:32 in the morning and I've been awake for at least 2 hours now, sometime around 2. I've been unable to sleep because I've been thinking about one thing. How long would it take for me to go from zero to $1,000? Yeah, so as of today, $1,000 in Naira is 1,359,258.56 Naira. I hope it's clear. If I'm able to achieve this, I would be really excited because that would mean that I've successfully achieved this indie founder lifestyle. And I can fire my boss, I can fire my job, I can, focus on my own customers and try to build something real, something that I can own for always, something that I can pass on. And I think that would be the most exciting state of life. Most times I wonder why entrepreneurs, they keep saying this thing is hard, but they never leave. It's either because it's really rewarding or it's just fun. So I saw one of the entrepreneurs that I know talk about the adrenaline rush in running companies, running businesses and seeing your first sales, seeing customers come to you. Let me just break down something a little bit. So $1,000 in 30 days. Let's say I have just 100 users. Divide by 100. Okay. It means I just need people, at least 100 people to pay me $10. It seems really easy, right? If I have just 100 people to pay me $10, then I have $1,000 and I would have achieved our goal. But $10 in Nigeria is about 13,000 naira, and that is by the official exchange rate. If you go the black market route, that's what we call it. If you go the black market route, it will be around 1,400 naira per dollar. So that would mean that I would need to actually achieve 14,000 naira in sales per person for at least 100 people to be able to say I've achieved this $1,000. And honestly, right now it sounds easy in my head because 14,000, it's not too much money really. People spend 5,000 naira on lunch. People spend $10 easily in the US on buying, snacks. So I actually think that I can achieve this. I think the first thing to do is actually to get down and write the ideas that I have and validate which ones are actually target ideas and which ones are ideas that can actually work. And I have 3 ideas that are in my mind. So let's go and write them down and let's talk about them. So there's this book by Napoleon Hill called Think and Grow Rich. You might have seen it before, right? Or you might have even read it. And in the book, he talks about how all you need is an idea to actually become anything or achieve anything you want to achieve. Basically, the whole idea is that you need an idea, and if you break that idea into small enough pieces that you can do a little bit a day, over time, you will actually get to achieve that idea, and you would have transformed your life in whatever way possible, no matter how small or no matter how big. My daughter's scribbles. So I actually have 3 ideas running in my head and I have to pick one of them to work on. And the first one is a talent sourcing app for filmmakers. So most times when people want to make movies and they need people to actually act in those movies for them, I realized that what they have is usual WhatsApp groups for, newbie actors or for talents, and then those talents, those roles, those job offers are advertised in those WhatsApp groups, and then those talents apply to those roles, and then the movie makers or the filmmakers pick talents that they want to use and use them. So I really think that this is a viable product, but then when I think about it, there is another side to it because one other thing I realized is that most of these talents would jump on any movie even for free. And that makes it a challenge because these filmmakers can just open, auditions and you'll see the whole place get flooded. So they don't really need to come to me to get talents. That's one other thing I'm thinking. So should I focus on this? I have to just ask Terry Seed because I can't really tell whether it's going to be a good idea. I'll have to make some calls talk to some friends. I know about two people in the movie industry. So I'll talk to them and then I can validate if this is actually a valuable niche to work in. The second idea is an animation tools for YouTube, right? Animation tools for YouTubers, not YouTube, animation tools for YouTubers. I can actually tell that this one is a viable product because you see editors and designers on YouTube sharing tips and then selling their plugins. So if I had an app that actually made this easy for people to go into the app and just, pick assets and edit their videos and have those designs working in their videos or those animations working their videos and telling their stories, then it might just be an easy way for me to go, right? It might be a win-win product. But then the issue is that there seem to be a lot of products that do this. It's a good niche, but there seems to be a lot of products. I would have to make it super easy to use if it's going to be successful. And then I'll have to do a lot of distribution, a lot of marketing, a lot of sales talk, pitching, and making sure that people actually get to use it. Now I have to also check my competitors. So I'll have to look out for people like there is DaVinci Resolve. But the thing with DaVinci Resolve is that you have to actually do the edits yourself. You have to manually do the edits yourself. You have to manually do the designs, the animations, and everything. I'm trying to do something that is automatic. You see an animation you like, you just pick it, drop it, and edit whatever you want to edit, and you push it out. And then the third idea I have is a website builder for businesses and individuals. And I actually think this is the one that I might end up going for. And the reason is because every business needs a website, and increasingly more people need a website these days. And besides that, there are other ideas I'm having around actually building this website. Like, besides building the website, things that I can build on the website. Do you understand? Or things that I can serve, more products that I can use to serve people as products through this website. So I'm having those ideas and I'm thinking this might actually be the way for me to go, right? The website build that way. So that's it for me. Yes. Move on to YouTube. Let's make data from what's happening. So let's be